on the road. I got the trailer hooked up. Filming on the iPhone. I got a new phone, by the way. I was way overdue. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Again, it's been a minute, a little over a week since I filmed my update video. I'm on my way to finally pick up a truck that I have been dying to pick up now for the longest time. It's finally happening. Super stoked about it. I think you guys are going to be too. So we're on the road. We're going to be on the road for about 3 hours now. We're in the 2017 PowerStroke, which, by the way, you can enter to win this truck right now, but this giveaway is ending in 1 week. That's right, 1 week, and then this giveaway is going to be over. So if you want to get in to win this 2017 PowerStroke plus $5,000 cash, this driver's seat could be your seat. And yeah, how nice would that be? Have a 2017 PowerStroke, paid in full, title in hand. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. It does come with some cash too. So anyways, guys, stay tuned. We're on the road. Hopefully this thing is everything I've ever dreamt of it being. And we're bringing it back home. So we're going to keep on moving down the road here, and I am so pumped to see this thing. Well, we made it to Fort Wayne. We got the truck. Already got it pulled on the trailer. So this is going to serve a couple of purposes. A, I'm super pumped to get the truck back, and I'm going to do a full video rounded up close and stuff once we get back. Right now, though, I'm just wanting to get on the road, get home. I don't want to get home too late, and I've already been to the truck a bunch, running to the bank and picking this up, loading it up and all that. So I'm going to finish the strapping process, get it tied down, get on the road, show you guys a full in-depth once we get back. Super excited to have this thing back. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, and just in case you're a new viewer, this is my grandfather's truck. He passed away last year around this time, and I had bought that truck for him as a gift after my first giveaway I ever did. The first giveaway I ever did, I told myself, as soon as I make my first profit, I want to be able to go buy my grandfather a truck. And so I went and bought him that truck, and it was in pretty darn nice shape. And then over the 4 years, it was just a little bit neglected. A bunch of other people took off with it and drove it and used it a bunch. And so it just kind of got to be in rough shape. And so I had it completely redone. I just picked it up, and I'm essentially trying to redo the entire truck. And I want it to be just about as perfect as you can get it for being an 01 with 250,000 miles on it. But I want to keep this as my pride and joy, my truck. That's like, it's mine to keep, at least until further notice. But super pumped about that and excited to get it back. But I have not towed with this truck since I've gotten it, and it's a 2017 6.7 PowerStroke, which, by the way, could be yours. All you got to do is go to lmpgear.com and place an order, and yeah, every $1 gets you more entries to win this truck plus cash. Check it out on the website. Check out our new app. By the way, we do have a new app. I told you in the previous video we were in the process of that. Well, after about a month, it is finally launched and ready. There are over 1,000 of you that have already done the download and used it. Just could not be happier with the feedback you guys have given me. And if you want to and you have used it and you're happy with how it functions, feel free to give us a review on the Google Play Store or Apple. That would be awesome. Helps other people find it and try it out. When I use the app, no matter what entry deal we are running at the moment, you can get 2,000 more entries added to your orders with no code required, simply by downloading the app and using it for your order. And you can use it over and over again if you want. And for at least the rest of this giveaway, those are going to be getting added on to those app orders under their accounts, just because we want to say a huge thank you for trying it out and giving us a shot to create a wonderful app that you guys can use and enjoy. So anyways, guys, more to come on that, but we're going to get on the road. We're going to tie this down though, get on the road, see how this thing tows, see how it handles. And I'm telling you what, having a 40-some gallon fuel tank is awesome for towing, because of course we know that once you hook up a trailer and a truck, I mean, it's going to suck down more fuel. Well, luckily this thing, I can get all the way here 3 hours, all the way back 3 hours, and I'll probably still have a half tank left. So let's get this thing ready to go and get on the road. We got tow haul mode on. We got the exhaust brake on. Take a listen. And we are ready to go. So we're actually almost back home. Waiting on some traffic here. But I wanted you to hear this exhaust brake once we get going up and down a couple of these last few hills before we get to the house. This thing definitely gets up to speed super freaking quick. And then you can hear that exhaust brake when I let off and we're going downhill. Definitely going to make a good truck for somebody, I'm telling you, whether you're just daily driving it, towing with it, whatever. I have had nothing but good to say about this truck since we picked it up, and yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing who takes this thing home. We are back to the house. We have Rosine, PowerStroke you can win, and my grandpa's truck back here all lined up. I left the most room around this truck because I'm going to show you around this truck as a little recap on what all had to be fixed. So if you didn't see all the videos prior that featured this truck, it got to be pretty bad by the time we had dropped it off. And we're gonna go through everything on it in terms of what needed done and kind of show you how he did with the fixes. There are some flaws on it already because I hit a bunch of bugs on the way here. When I say flaws, I mean there's some bug smears and some dirt and stuff here and there because of trailering it, you know, almost 200 miles home. So with this truck, we wanted to do essentially a full redo on this thing, but I didn't want it to be exactly OEM. There's a few things that we did not put back on the truck. Some of those things being the door badges. We did not put the door badges back on the truck, the V8 badge, the Ram 1500 badge. We didn't put the SLT Laramie badges on the side of the cab. Those are all gone. And then even when you go back to the tailgate, let me show you the tailgate here. The tailgate actually has no 4x4 off-road stickers as well. So those are all completely taken off, and he left the bumper off because I asked him to, because it was already rusty and I needed to replace that. These bumpers are known for rotting out on these things. So I just told him, leave them off. I'll get them, you know, swapped out because I've got another one on the way. And then he did take the step bars off as well when he had to cut out, weld in new rockers. Those just better off out of the way. He said, do you want him back on? I said, just leave them off for now. I don't know if I'm going to put him back on or not. I kind of like having them on there for the ease of getting in and out, especially with other people getting in and out of the passenger side, and not like having to yank on the door too much to pull themselves in. But this truck's not lifted up high, and I don't plan on doing that. I don't know how much I need those steps, but I'm obviously going to keep them just in case I decide to put him back on. But without them for now, it does give it a nice clean look. So no stickers or emblems are on the truck. We took them all off and just left them off, and I wanted it that way. I just thought it would be a much cleaner look for the truck. Tailgate was in good shape, so he just basically completely sanded down, reworked the tailgate, and we reused the same tailgate. There's a bunch of metal that had to be cut out and re-welded in on both bed sides. There were actually rust holes about half the size of a dollar bill on each bed fender on this side and the other side. Both sides, as you can see, are perfectly redone. It looks absolutely great. Did repaint the hitch since he had access to it. The cab corners were completely shot on this thing. So the cab corners were bad. They were rusted out. So he had cut the cab corners and rockers out, and he did some rock guard on those as well. So you can see there's a little bit of textured like rock guard on those. And he sent me photos and stuff of when he had cut them out, and then once he had the new ones welded in. So he did that. Driver's side door had to be replaced because it was pretty bad. Passenger side rear door, it had a little bit of surface rust on the outside from where some paint had flaked off, but he was able to work that down and actually keep that rear door, and there was no like internal rust on that rear passenger folding door. It was totally good. So that was good. Passenger side door was actually salvageable as well. Again, had a couple little bubbles like on the bottom seam, but those were able to be ground down and the door was able to be saved. The rear passenger door didn't actually have rust on it. It actually just had a small dent, and he was actually able to pound that dent out. And you could see the dent was right here. It was smashed in right here, but he was actually able to pound that out. And I mean, it looks perfect. You would never know that there was ever a big dent right through here. So it looks really good. And it was a dent that was like pushed at this seam. It was like pushed out this way. So he was actually able to get that work down, and it looks really good. Door on this side looks good. And you can see with the weather stripping back in, I mean, the door had some scratches and stuff, but even under the weather seal, this door was good anyway. It was just that other door that had some concerns, so that one was replaced. Now, in terms of the rockers, you can see the new rockers in this thing with the rock guard on it. It's got that, it's supposed to help with the rock chips and stuff. Looks really good. And again, there was no rust on the rear folding door other than a little bit of like corrosion around the mechanism here that's supposed to latch it, but the door itself was very salvageable. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. There's no rust holes anywhere. The truck did get 2 brand new front fenders. So both the driver and passenger side fender were pretty bad. Driver side was way worse. The driver side had big old holes right down here on this lower half. So, I mean, it was real bad. And then it had some holes starting up through here, and they were bubbling out pretty hard. So he put 2 brand new fenders in. You can even, when you pop the hood here, which I'll do, you can even see how nice they look on the inside of the engine bay as well. You can see all the brand new paint and stuff. All the brand new paint on the back on the inside. Same with this one, where it mounted up to there. So 2 brand new fenders, looks really good. The hood was already in really good shape. It just had a lot of clear coat peel, so he had the whole hood worked down. He sent me some photos along the way of the journey of getting this thing redone. And it took a long time, and not just because there was a lot that needed to be done on this. And I had told him, I said, I want this thing to be perfect. I'm like, I'm keeping this truck for as long as I can see in the foreseeable future, and who knows how much longer it'll be kept after that in the family. I mean, of course, you can't prevent rust from happening if we don't maintain it, but I want to make sure that this thing is done right, so that as long as I do my due diligence with keeping it clean, it will be a clean and nicely redone truck, and I don't have to worry about it for a very long time. And so he totally understood that, got the job done, and it looked so good. We do have some parts on the way for this thing. I'm not going to list off everything, but we've got a lot coming. This thing is not going to look the same in just a couple weeks. A lot of the stuff you might actually see within the next 7 to 10 days is going to be taking place on this thing, and it's going to look completely different. We do have a lot of stuff we want to do with the interior. I want to completely transform the interior of this truck and actually do some stuff that's very customized, specific to my grandfather, and dedicating the truck to him. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be super sick. It's going to look really cool in aftermarket, but it's going to have some small, like, unique features in it that are customized specifically to him and this truck being his old truck. So super excited about that. And yeah, thing definitely turned out very nice. I hope you guys are ready for all the content with this thing. I've got a lot of stuff planned over these next several days. I mean, I'm going to be hammering away at this thing. Everything from small mechanical stuff that's annoying and is needing to be replaced to big cosmetic and aesthetic changes happening to this thing. It's gonna be pretty sweet. It's gonna look really good. And some of these things are things that my grandfather would have liked to have done to the truck. And some of these things are just more for me to personalize it towards my taste. And I know it's not a diesel, guys. A lot of you guys are here for the diesel content. I totally understand that. We're always gonna have some diesel stuff. And I'm hoping to bring more actual projects. We've been really busy, as I mentioned in the previous video, with totally different stuff that's not like working hands-on with the trucks, but it's more like learning the business and learning ourselves and how to run the business more efficiently. But definitely consider watching the videos. It's gonna be sick. And just think about it this way. Yeah, it might not have a diesel under the hood, but a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna be doing, you could be doing it to your diesel truck too. It's still really no different. Most of it, you know, the stuff that we're gonna be doing, whether we're doing it to a gasser or a diesel, I mean, it's a second gen. You guys know that we've done a lot of second gens. A lot of the upgrades that we're gonna be doing to this truck can be applied to any of those trucks. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully enjoy the videos. Don't forget, if you wanna get entered to win this thing, head on over to lmpgear.com and place an order, because this giveaway is ending in 1 week. In 1 week, this giveaway will be gone. So definitely head on over to the website and place an order, or download our app, place an order in the app, and get 2,000 additional entries added to any order placed on the app. Even if you've already placed one on the app, you can place another one. You're gonna get 2,000 entries added to that order, no matter how big or small the order is, in addition to your entries for every $1 you spend. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.